Rob and welcome to Axel's Garage. Today we're doing an unboxing on brakes again. Yes, the 2003 Yukon XL we've been working on, my wife's truck. She ate up those front brakes. We did an unboxing and we did an install on the front brakes for that truck. Well, when we went for our braking procedure for our brake pads, we still had a lot of noise and a lot of grinding. And it turned out that half of the noise that was coming from our brakes was coming from the rear. The chances that you go through front brakes and rear brakes at the same time, very slim. It happened to us, so it does happen. So we broke in those front brakes. Back brakes were grinding away. We took a look at the rotors real quick from underneath, and those rotors are just thin and rotted, just like the fronts were. And I don't know whether it's just a matter of time. We believe they are the original rotors for the vehicle. 180,000 miles and 17 or so years, and the rotors have taken a beating. So we went on Amazon, and we were initially going to buy those one-click brakes. And those are I'll put a link to it right up here. It's the Power Stop one-click brake kit that they have on Amazon, and I'll put a link to it in the description below as well, where you can buy it on Amazon. And it's a real great kit. Good quality rotors, nice quality pads. Kit goes together, all comes in one box, one click. You order it, it's to your house either the next day or the second day, and it's a real great kit. Now, when we went and looked for the one-click rotor kit on Amazon, or brake kit on Amazon, for the rear of this truck, and this is a 2003 Yukon XL, like I said, the price was a little high. Not that it was high, but it was higher than it was for the front. It was around $169 Amazon Prime shipped to your house, and I just didn't feel that having the slotted and cross-drilled rotors with the performance pads and everything was worth that extra money on the back of the truck. Because the back of the truck is assisting in the braking, the front is doing most of the heavy work and the heavy lifting, I should say. So I priced out what it would be just to buy them, separately. And I found two Delco replacement rotors and a set of pads, and also the rear parking brake shoes, which go in a hat in the rotor, and I'll show you when we do the unboxing. And I priced all that stuff out together and was able to get all those items for around $125, all on Amazon Prime, all shipped to my house the second day, and that's what we have here today. The best thing was, last weekend I happened to be down in Virginia, and we stopped at a store called Rural King. And for those northeastern guys like me, have no idea what Rural King is, but the guys that know what Tractor Supply is, now we don't have any Tractor Supplies around here, but Tractor Supply is one of my favorite stores. Rural King is like a Tractor Supply, just like a bigger version of Tractor Supply. All the stuff that Tractor Supply has, plus some extra, and guns. It was a great place. But what I did get was they had some utility knives. So I'm not using a steak knife, I'm not using a paring knife, I'm not using a random box cutter razor blade. I actually have a box cutter blade and a folding knife. It was like $1.99 at Rural King. It's their house brand. It's called Tool Shed is their house brand. And now I can cut my boxes open. Isn't that great? So our first box here, this is the lightest of the two, or the heaviest of the two, I should say. See the rotors. Was this one a light? No, this one was a light box. Alright, so in this box, what do we have? We have our pads, and we have a Delco box. So let's see what we got here. Alright, these should be our rear pads. We got the Wagner TQ series pads. It's a factory replacement pad. It's a Wagner lifetime warranty. Then you got the set of pads, and you got a set of sliders in the box. These are the TQ series, and let's see, these are ceramic QC975, and that's a Wagner pad. It's a real good quality pad, especially for the rear. Having a set of pads in the rear that's a good quality. They usually last probably 2 to 3 times longer than the fronts do. At least twice as long. I think on this truck, the way my wife drives, the women, right? All the way on the gas or all the way on the brake. but I think I usually get about 2 to 2.5 times I got to do the front brakes before I got to do the back brakes. So those are the back pads. They're the Wagner TQ series. I'll put a link to them in the description below as well. All right. In this Delco box, we were able to get the rear shoes. So these are both shoes. Shoes, yeah, they are shoes. All right, and this is there's 2 of them in, 1 for each side, and these are the brake shoes that actually the only thing they use for is your parking brake. So those of you that have these series trucks, what happens with these is they either rot out completely, or the bonded shoe surface separates from the metal, usually due to rust, and they just fall apart. You can see there's not a whole lot of brake material on here because they're not used to stop the car. They're only supposed to be used when the car is already stopped and they put some tension on the inside of the rotor, and that's your parking brake or your emergency brake. So the surface, it really isn't thick because they shouldn't really wear out. They usually just fall apart from rust and debris getting up in there, and they have some clips and stuff. It's been a lot of years since I've done rear parking brake shoes, because a lot of times you just say, screw it, we never use the parking brake anyway. So this should be an adventure putting this together with all these little clips. Can't be that hard though, right? And I'm just going to set this to the side again. The same thing with that. That's a Delco replacement. The only reason why I bought the Delco replacement was because the price was right at Amazon Prime. There was no aftermarket brand that was a few bucks cheaper, like with a lot of things. So I went with the Delco replacement. All right, so now we got our bigger box. Look at that. The knife. Nice. Alright, so besides a lot of air in this box, we have our replacement rotors. And we'll pull one out. The rest of this box away. Alright, and same thing with the replacement rotors. We end up getting a Delco part. And again, the aftermarket rotors, especially the US made ones, are pretty good. Those power stop rotors that we had in that previous kit for the front, foreign made, real nice quality though. This time we went with the Delco Advantage replacement rotors. You know they fit, you know they work good, you know they last. They're usually more expensive than the aftermarket brands because it's a Delco product straight from GM. A lot of times some of these Delco products are foreign made, and this one here, let's see if it says where it's made. Yeah, made in China. So, you know, a couple people commented about buying the Chinese rotors for the front when we bought the Power Stop one-stop kit. They're like, it's the Fujimoto stuff that's gonna fall apart. But then what do we do here? We said, okay, let's go with some Delco parts, and the Delco parts are made in China anyway. So let's get this rotor out. The back rotors are actually a little bigger than the fronts, and I'll show you why once we get it out of the package. Now these rotors here do have like an oily residue on them to keep them from rusting while they're sitting on a shelf in a warehouse somewhere. So it's a good thing my wife's not home that I have these oily rotors on the counter. At least they're clean though. Alright, so here's your Delco rotor. Okay, nothing fancy, straightforward 6-lug rotor. You'll notice on these rear rotors they got like a big, I guess you call it a hat, right? This area right here is a lot bigger than on the front rotor, and a lot bigger than on other rear rotors you might come across. Alright, and there is a reason for that, and what I'll do is I'll put it this way and I'll show you the reason. The reason is the parking brake shoe, and that parking brake shoe is going to fit inside the rotor like this, and that is what's going to hold this rotor from spinning when you apply your parking brake. And that's why it's got such a big hat on it. Right? And that's how it all goes together. And again, these are Delco rotors made in China. Let's see what the brake shoes are. See if it says anything on this box. You gotta love that stuff though. You know, you go get the GM Delco replacement parts, and they're either Henshaw in Mexico or they're made in China. Let's see if this one says what it's about. These are made in China too. So here, you got your parking brake shoes from Delco made in China. You got your rotors, GM AC Delco, right? Hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet, made in China. And let's see, Wagner is a Federal Mogul product. And let's see if we can figure out where this is made. Made in Mexico, all right? So, hey, all you guys out there that claim that, you know, I have no diversity in my life. I have my American truck that was actually assembled in Mexico, right? Because it's got a 3. Its VIN number starts with a 3. And when the VIN number starts with a 3, that means it was assembled in Mexico. And I got Mexican brake pads, and I have Chinese brake shoes, and I have Chinese rotors with a big hat, and they were all good old American name brand parts that I bought, and that's where they're made. Go figure. Either way, I'm hoping these parts will fit right. They are Delco parts, and the Wagner pads, you know, I've never really had a problem with in the past. Longevity-wise, fit-wise, it's a quality brake pad brand. But hey, for this multinational truck, you know, it should be pretty good. That's it. All these parts that we just unboxed, I will put in the description below. They're all Amazon Prime. They all get to your house within a day or two. It's perfect for guys that have a breakdown and can wait a day to fix it. A lot of times you run to your local parts store, especially with a 17-year-old vehicle, and they usually don't have it in stock, and you got to wait a day anyway. A lot easier just to go on the computer, a couple clicks, and boom, it's at your door. You don't have to drive to the parts store, which is nice. And that's it. I'll put the descriptions in a link below. That's all we got for Axel's Garage today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me that thumbs up. It's right down there. It's right below, right down there. Give me that thumbs up. And if you like what we're doing here at Axel's Garage, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.